Hatboro-Horsham, continuing with the blues, Delta blues, although this isn't exactly the Delta blues against my better judgment, or perhaps not. I want to give you a song that really demonstrates the minor pentatonic scale, which is the overarching lesson that I really want you to get. Delta blues is a good way to really exploit that and make your own tunes, and you can make rapid advances musically and on the guitar by really understanding what we're talking about with the Delta blues. This song is not the Delta blues, it's Fleetwood Mac's Rhiannon, and it's in a minor, and a very big minor pentatonic sound that I'll show in a minute. But the chords are essentially E and a C. Bill Knowles wants me to use that 5, or explain why I'm not using the 5. The 5-note C chord up here in the standard position. Either way, but it's E and C and E and C. And if I were just Rhiannon rings like a bell through the night, and wouldn't you see this? She rules her life like a dead-end line. Who will be her lover? Then it goes to a G. All your life you've never seen a woman, to a C. And then to a G. Then if I miss her heaven, C. Would you ever win? Then back to the E, and back to the verse. And it just has that little to a C. Yeah. Etc. And that's basically the song. So you can hack around with that. I'm just going to show you the beginning part that you can put into a style that we've been using, which is that bass note just played against a melody, a little juiced up melody. The melody doesn't, you can give flourishes to that melody and make it sound pretty nice for a beginning guitarist. So let's look at that. The Rhiannon, first of all, I'm going to review the minor pentatonic, minor in the key of E, in the key of E, the E minor pentatonic. We'd have the E, that's the string 1 open, string 1 fret 3, which is the flat 3rd. So you have E, G, A, which is the 4th of the E minor scale, or the E scale, and B, the 5th, and then down here at string 1 fret 10, the 7th, the flat 7th, and then the repeat. 5 notes are, and this is the minor pentatonic, are these notes. Now they're the same notes that I would be playing. I played them horizontally, and that's the reason that we took on the Delta blues, is that it gives you a chance to actually see those notes and where they lie in relation to the root note, this E note. They all have different sounds. We just did a bunch of stuff like that just to show the relationship of how all that plays against the bass, the E bass of that E minor. And now in Rhiannon, we're going to have E with an E bass, but the bass for the C chord is going to be string 5 fret 3, and I hope you can figure out that that's a C note in any of several ways. The first way is that the string A open, or string 5 open is an A, fret 1 is A sharp, fret 2 is a B, and fret 3 is a C. And then you can see why the reasoning for the C chord that you've made. We have a C at string 5 fret 3. There's also a C at string 2 fret 1, and you can figure that out pretty easily. Here's a B, string 2 open, and a C is string 2 fret 1. So we're not even going to use that. We're just going to use the basic to start. We're going to use the basic E minor pentatonic scale, and you'll hear, and I want you to hear, that it's got a very E minor pentatonic sound, this song, with a little Dorian note thrown in occasionally. That's string 1, fret 2. I was told at one point in my career that second note is always a good note to use. It does work out pretty well in most things that you play. You'll be able to throw it as a little flourish to what you're playing. So if you're going to play Rhiannon, I'm just going to play, starting off with a G. There's the string, that's the string 1, fret 2 note. That's the second that I'm talking about. And then we come to a D, which is string 2, fret 3, and we had that on string 2. That's one of the notes of the E minor pentatonic scale. So that's the Rhiannon song. It uses all the minor pentatonic notes plus this one Dorian note, the string 1, fret 2, and so you have. I can go to this E here, or I'm going to go up here. So if I want to play that against a bass, I can go. Now, that's where it changes. And I hope you heard that suddenly goes wrong there. It goes wrong right here. Right there. And that you're looking for that C note, and you're gonna have to go to the C note when you get to that point. Let's go through that. I wanted to play that through so you heard. I hope you heard it. That doesn't sound quite right there. There's an argument C is the third of the C scale, or excuse me, yeah, the third of the C scale. So, but it just doesn't quite work there as solidly as that C bass note. So if I play that now with the C bass note, I have a right here, and then back to the E. To the C, and that's where it would go to a G, but I'm going to get to that later. I just want you to get this part. Let's do it. Let's break this down. You first figure out the melody of that song, and you want to have it against this constant bass. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can slide into this starting note, and then I get to my C note. But let's do that E part. To get to get you started, just do it on the beats. Do the pincer, you know, the pincer, this pinch right here, and just go. Now I played everything on that beat. Here's on the beat. To a C, excuse me. And that's as far as we're gonna go. Let's start to use slides and things to make that sound better. You start off here. And let's not hit it on every beat. Let's not go. Go. See, I'm not hitting that on the beat right there. I'm going. Now I get to the C, and I want you. I would suggest you use your ring finger for that C note, string 5, fret 3. You can use your middle finger. It's probably easier for you, but it has less possibilities as you start to expand your playing, you'd want to be in a regular C chord formation so that you can get up to this C note. But right now, if you want to use your middle finger, and you're just going to need this F sharp and this G right here. See, I have the C, the C note down here in the bass, string 5, fret 3, and I'm using my index finger there. I would suggest you try to use your ring finger at string 5, fret 3, and then your middle finger at string 1, fret 2 for those two notes. And then you're going to come back and play the same thing. But you want to get from this to I'll go through that again. I'll do it very slow with just with a little slide. Now, you're probably better off to, if you want to get really prescriptive, the fingering really doesn't matter a whole lot in something like this, because it's really to give you a sense of timing. And yet, if you work on this, and I'll give the next section, you can actually make this sound pretty nice with just a bass played the proper bass, as I demonstrated earlier when I didn't go to that C. It doesn't sound right. With the proper bass and with a little embellishment in the melody that you're playing, you can actually make it sound pretty neat, and you can do a lot of exploration with it that we can get into. So you would go, see, I'm hitting string 1, fret 2, and sliding it up. This is actually in anticipation of getting to that first beat. And I play that really slowly. And then we're going to get to the G, but that'll be the next part. So there you go. I think we're getting to the limits of what I can upload here, which always influences what I give you. So try to work on that and explore with that. You can do and do something that comes out like Bananarama. A fun song to work with, and a song that that I want. The main thing here is just to really hear that minor pentatonic scale in there, and how important those notes play in establishing that classic song. So have fun with it, and I'll give you the next part in the next lesson, or whatever you want, and I'll give you some more techniques that you can use to dress these things up. Okay, enjoy your 100-degree summer.